ping, with the ping, with the ping pong, 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 ping pong. A man had a match with a ping pong ball. With a man had a match with a ping pong ball. With a man had a match with a ping pong ball. With a ping pong ball. All right, nice job. We're going to do that one more time. We're going to speed it up just a little bit. Remember, my goal was to exhaust you so that you can have a really nice, peaceful sleep here as we enjoy our last night at Massawepie. So we're going to speed it up just a little bit, then I promise I will leave you alone. Get yourselves
There's strange things done in the midnight sun by the men who moil for gold. The Arctic trails have their secret tales that would make your blood run cold. The northern lights have seen strange sights, but the strangest they ever did see was that night on the marge of Lake Labarge when I cremated Sam McGee. Now, Sam McGee was from Tennessee, where the cotton blooms and blows. Why he left his home in the South to roam round the pole, I don't know. He was always cold, but the land of gold seemed to hold him like a spell, though he'd often say in his homely way that he'd sooner live in hell. And that very night, as we lay packed tight in our robes beneath the snow, and the dogs were fed, and the stars overhead were dancing to and fro, he turned to me, and Cap, says he, I'll cash this trip, I guess, and if I do, I'm asking you that you will heed my last request. Well, he seemed so low that I couldn't say no, and the trails have their own way to go. A pal's last need is a thing to heed, so I swore I would not fail. And we started out at the streak of dawn. Oh, he looked ghastly pale. He crouched on the sleigh, and he raved all day of his home in Tennessee. And before nightfall was a corpse that was left of Sam McGee. Now a promise made is a debt unpaid, and the trail has its own stern code. In the days to come, though my lips were numb, how my heart cursed that load. In the long, long night, by the lone firelight, while the huskies rang and howled out their woes to the homeless snows, oh, how I loathed. Till I came to the marge of Lake Labarge, where a shipwreck there lay. It was jammed in the ice, but I saw in a trice that it was called the Alice May. And I looked at it, and I thought a bit, and I looked at my frozen chum. Then here, said I with a sudden cry, is my crematorium. Some planks I tore from the cabin floor, and I lit the boiler fire. Some coal I found that was lying around, and I heaped the fuel higher. The flames just soared, and the furnace roared, such a blaze you seldom see. And I burrowed a hole in the glowing coal, and I stuffed in Sam McGee. Then I made a hike, for I didn't like to hear him sizzle so, and the heavens scowled, and the huskies howled, and the wind began to blow. I was sick with dread, but I bravely said, I'll just take one peep inside. I guess he's cooked, and it's time I looked. Then the door I opened wide. And there sat Sam, looking cool and chum, in the heart of the furnace roar, and he wore a smile that you could see a mile, and he said, please close that door. It's fine in here, but I greatly fear that you'll let the cold and storm. Since I left Plum Tree down in Tennessee, it's the first time that I've been warm. There are strange things done in the midnight sun by the men who moiled for gold. The Arctic trails have their secret tales that would make your blood run cold. The northern lights have seen strange sights, but the strangest they ever did see was at night on the marge of Lake LaBarge when I cremated Sam McGee. Thank you.
At this time, I would like to welcome the 2017 Camp Pioneer staff to the bottom of the campfire circle to end our campfire with Vespers.